Hello, classmates and teacher. This is my presentation of the English video about rotational balance. So we are talking about rotational balance and specific topics. An extended body is said to be in rotational equilibrium when the sum of the torques acting on it is zero. This does not mean that the object is necessarily at rest, but rather that there is not a tendency to change its state of motion for another. An object moving with constant speed is moving along a straight line, and we can consider it to be in rotational equilibrium. No projects rotate because there are forces acting on the in a such and way that a rotation results. The ability of a force to produce rotation, he called it torque, depends not only on the intensity of the force but also on where it is applied. Okay, the second topic is the first condition of rotational balance. The sum of all moments or torque acting in a body calculated with respect to any axis must be zero. The object in question must be extended since particles, by definition, only have translational equilibrium. There can be forces applied to the body and rotational equilibrium still exist as long as the forces do not rotate it. There can also movement even accelerated, but always along a straight line. Since not all force cause the appearance of torques, this appear when the forces do not all act along the same line of action. Third topic is torque or moment of a force. Torque is denoted by the Greek letter T in bold because it is a vector and thus we distinguish is from this magnitude of model, which is a scalar. It depends on the applied force F on the vector R that is directed from the axis of rotation O to the point of application of the force, and finally and the angle between these two vectors. Fourth topic of the video is direction and sense of torque. As the torque results from the cross product between the force and position vectors, and these are in the plane of the range, the torque must be a vector perpendicular to said plane that is directed towards the reader or towards the inside of the range page. By convention, torque is positive if it produces counterclockwise rotation, and negative if it produces clockwise rotation. The direction and sense of the resulting torque is easily determined using the right hand rule. Yep. Show below in this image in the presentation. So the index finger points according to the position vector R, the middle finger according to the force F, and the thumb points the direction and sense of the torque T. In this example, in the presentation, the torque is directed along the x-axis according to the plot of the coordinated axis. The equations in the rotational balance are very important to calculate different magnitudes and we can see them clearly in the slides. We can see if the torque is T1 and T2 and T3 and Te acts on a body. The need or resulting torque Tn is the vector sum of all of them. We can see with summation notation it remains. Equilibrium condition is expressed with mathematically as, and we can see where the torque T with respect to a certain axis O is calculated by this equation, and whose magnitude is we can see in presentation. Okay.